Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and this is the GitHub tutorial series. And in this series, in this part, we are going to just see how to create the GitHub account, how to register with the GitHub, and how to create a blank repository there, and how to clone that repository in your local by installing the Git in your local machine. So I'll be using the Windows machine. So for the Linux, we can see later if somebody requested. So let's go ahead and just let me go to the okay. So as you can see, github.com is a website where I have to go and I have to create the so username is a unique. You have to provide say d7. Okay, so it says already taken. You can give anything. Some unique value should be there. That's it. You need to provide the email address, password, sign up, and they will send you the verification detail to your email address just to validate whether you are a correct proper email address you have provided or not. So once you're done with the registration process, you can go ahead and check the email, and you can go to your github.com again, log in. So I have logged in with my credential here, as you can see. So once you're done with the login part, you can create a n number of repositories if you want. So let's say I want to create a new repository, new guest, new organization, new project. So this kind of a just a segregation. If you want to create an organization, you want to create a project. Under that project, you can have a multiple repositories. Under that organization, you can have a multiple projects. So that kind of segregation is that. And let's say I want to create a repository where my source code will reside. So I have to provide the repository name. Let's say GitHub demo I have given. So I don't have a repository with this name. Repository is a place where all the project, whatever the solution or files detail I'm going to clone will be residing here. So there are basically two kinds of repository. One is public and another one is private. So for the private one, you have to pay the amount, and you have to be a premium member of GitHub. But for the public repository, you don't have to pay anything. Only the problem is your source code will be available to publicly, so everybody can see that. So for the demo purpose, I'm using the public repository because I don't want to hide anything from the outside world, because it's not a confidential at all. But in case you are working for your company or for your organization, then you must have the private repository. So the other option is initialize this repository with the readme file. So basically it will create a readme file which will have some kind of instruction over there. So let me get key kushwaha github demo. It's public. I'll say description github demo repository have tutorial demo repository. I'll create this repository. Okay, so this is the repository where all my files source code will be residing. So if you want to see that, let me show you the existing repositories here. So I have a WCF.SSO DCM digital cultivation marked. Okay, this was one of the project I secret ability in your dependency on the owner of this report. You can see, okay, this is fine. So as you can see, these are the different projects which I pushed with by 2 years back. I have pushed the solution. So in the entire tutorial series, we are going to work on this, our GitHub demo. We will be doing the commit, push, merge, everything we are going to perform in this repository. So in order to clone this repository, you have a two option. One is either you can clone it through the command prompt, or you can download this as a zip file. But this repository doesn't have anything, so you cannot do anything as of now. So basically, once you create a repository, it will create a master branch which will say master is your branch. We are going to understand this concept branch and all later. So first we have set up the repository. and we'll try to set up the Git in our local system. For that we need to go to the Google, download the Git latest version, Git download for Windows. Yeah, Git 2.22.0 bit. So once you're done with the download, you can just double click and start clicking on that, and it will install. So once it is installed, you can just uh, so you can just go to the command prompt and just type git. If it says these many commands, means your Git has been configured properly. Even though if it is not configured, maybe your environment variable is missing, so you can go ahead and just set up the environment variable by providing the path of your Git installation directory. Most probably it's gonna be the program files, or program files 62. Where is the Git? Yes, this is the Git win, that's the one. So if I'll see the environment variable, variable added in system environment variable. Okay, I must have a entry for Git path. Okay, where is my Git? Ting ting ting. Yes, it is there. So while installing, if you face any problem or any challenges, I think this might be the only issue, whether if your environment variable has been set up or not. So once it is set up, then you're good to go. Okay, so since we are done with the installation part, and we have a Git working, so now in order to clone this repository, to run few commands which we'll understand in that later. Means the next video we'll try to understand. First we'll try to understand what is the branches, what is clone, and repository we have already understood, where everything resides, where all your source control is source, not the source control, or the entire source code resides inside the repository. So it's a container. Okay. So in the next video we'll clone this repository and we'll try to push some code here. So that's it for today. Bye bye, have a nice day.